Good morning and welcome to Monday's update from the staff team here at Fulwood Free Methodist Church. Thank you to everyone who joined us yesterday. It was good to be worshipping with you. If you missed the service and would like to catch up, please do look us up on YouTube. Join us on Tuesday for our prayer meetings, 2 till 3 and 7 till 8. Join us on Thursday for our coffee and chat over Zoom. Just a time to get together and just have a chat about our weeks. Join us on Saturday morning for our How to Read the Bible for All It's Worth Bible study. And join us again next Sunday at 10 a.m. when we'll be sharing communion together. So do have your juice and bread ready. Over the last few days, many of you have been giving towards our gift day to Panda Vida, and we thank you for that. If you'd still like to give, please do so. Just go onto our website where you can see the donate page there, or send us a cheque in the post. Exactly 6 months ago, we met in church on January the 5th, and we all shared about how we were going to be stretched. We got one of these little yellow men, we took them home with us, and I don't know where you've got yours, whether he's stuck up somewhere in your kitchen, in your bedroom, in your bathroom, wherever it might be, just somewhere to remind you about being stretched. One of the things we did after that day was to write down the things that we were giving to God, that we were saying we were willing to be being stretched in. And then we made these yellow bricks and we made them to line the corridor. The idea there was that we would be reminded each Sunday or each time we went into church of the things that we committed to God for this year. Well, for half of this year, so far, we haven't been in church, so you won't have seen them. And so when I was in church this week, I was looking at the bricks and thinking about how it is 6 months since we did them, and just thought, how have we all got on with them? And I just want to encourage you with some of the things we've seen and heard. One of these was just simply to keep going. And I wonder how difficult you found that over these last few months to keep going. And I guess that was a resolve for many of us. But I'm so excited when I talk to you and we share as a staff team of some of the things that you've been doing. You have been keeping going and you've done so well, and we are so pleased and so proud of you. One of the things many people said was to take me out of my comfort zone. Well, that's certainly been a thing for all of us, hasn't it? We've had to learn new ways of shopping. We've had to learn new ways of doing things, contacting people, staying connected. We've certainly done that. But again, you've risen to the occasion and you have been such a blessing to each other and to us, and we thank you for that. Several of you said you wanted to join a home group, and lockdown has enabled you to do that because we've been doing home groups over Zoom. So some of you who found it perhaps difficult to get to a home group because of work commitments, you've been able to join a home group. Whether that's been going to an established one or whether that's been the new one that we created at the beginning of lockdown. It's been so good to have you connect with us in that way. Again, many of you said more time reading God's Word. Well, many of us have had more time on our hands. And as I've talked to you, it's been great to hear the discoveries you've made as you've been reading God's Word, as you've been discovering new things for yourselves and been really getting into that. And we thank you for that and for sharing those blessings with us. It's been great to be following the Bible in 1 year. And this morning it was very much about God's plans. And maybe your plans have all had to be put on hold, but just to know that God is in control and He is holding our plans is just such an encouragement for us. Many of you said you wanted to develop a prayer life. And again, we've just had so much opportunity to pray. We've had extra time to pray. We've had new ways to pray, whether that's on a Zoom prayer meeting, whether that's in our home groups, whether that's down the phone with somebody. Many of you have never done that before, never prayed sort of remotely over the phone with someone, but you've had the opportunity to do that. And that's been so encouraging. As a home group, we've had such real answers to prayer. We share in our WhatsApp group, we share in our Zoom time together, and we've had some real tough things we've prayed through and that we've seen God answer them, and it's just been so encouraging to grow and to develop in that. Many of you said you wanted to be stretched to continue to speak to others about God. Again, we've had so many opportunities to share with our neighbours and our friends. People have questioned God, people have asked about church, and it's just enabled us to start those conversations. Share God's love with the outside community. Again, that was repeated many times. And you have told us how you've had opportunities just to share God's love with those around you, whether that was doing their shopping for them, and whether that was just being there for them on the end of a telephone. Whatever that might have been, you've been doing that. So I just wanted to encourage you and to remind you of some of these things that we committed to God to do at the beginning of the year. And as I close, I want to read from Philippians chapter 1, verse 3 to 6. I thank my God every time I remember you. In all my prayers for all of you, I always pray with joy because of your partnership in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ. We're all a work in progress, but God has begun a work in us and he will bring it to completion. And I do thank my God for all of you today. And I pray that you would continue growing in God and developing as disciples of Jesus. Have a good week. Do keep in touch with us if there's anything we can do to help you. Let us know if we can pray for you or encourage you in any way. Be stretched. Keep seeking God. Have a good week. We love you and we miss you all. God bless.